SHOT Show is gearing up to hit harder than anyone expected this year. Big names, small names, and a few total curveballs are dropping early announcements, and some of these new releases are the kind that make you stop scrolling and lean in a little closer. We're looking at rifles built with aerospace materials, duty pistols getting full metal overhauls, and even a budget brand stepping into the spotlight with a pistol nobody saw coming. This lineup blends old-school soul with modern tech in a way that feels fresh without trying too hard. And as we dig through these 17 new releases, you're gonna see everything from tactical workhorses to futuristic showpieces, each one bringing something different to the table. Let's walk through the guns shaping the early buzz heading into SHOT Show 2026. Stay with me. Number 17. Ruger SFAR 6.5 Creedmoor. Ruger came out swinging with the newest configuration of their SFAR platform, now chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor, and this thing is built to stretch its legs. If you're not familiar with the SFAR concept, think of it as a lightweight AR-10 that somehow lives in an AR-15 footprint. Ruger didn't just change calibers and call it a day. This version is tuned for long-range shooters who want distance without dragging around a boat anchor of a rifle. You're getting a cold, hammer-forged barrel with Ruger's proven gas system, adjustable for suppressed or unsuppressed shooting. The recoil impulse is surprisingly tame for a cartridge known for reaching way out past 1,000 yards. And the real win here is weight. This thing handles like a standard 5.56 rifle, but throws a cartridge that hits way above its size class. For hunters, match shooters, or anyone wanting long-range performance in a compact package, the SFAR in 6.5 Creedmoor is shaping up to be one of the smarter releases going into SHOT Show 2026. It's one of those rifles that makes you wonder why nobody did this sooner. Number 16. Henry Carbon Fiber Lever Action. Henry is shaking up the lever gun world with a build that looks like it was pulled straight out of a sci-fi ranch. Their new carbon fiber lever action takes the classic American silhouette we all know and pushes it into 21st century territory. The standout feature is the carbon-wrapped barrel, and it's not just for looks. It cuts weight, stiffens the profile, and keeps heat under control better than traditional steel. Pair that with an aluminum free-float handguard, and you've got a lever gun that feels more like a lightweight carbine than a cowboy rifle. What really makes this release exciting is the caliber lineup. Henry's planning everything from .357 Magnum up to .45-70 Government, meaning you can run this platform for hunting, range fun, or just because you want a rifle that turns heads at the booth. Suppressor users get a threaded muzzle, and the balance is noticeably quicker than most traditional lever guns. It's the kind of hybrid design that reminds you the lever action still has plenty of room to evolve. Number 15. Savage Revel 22 LR Takedown. Savage is coming into SHOT Show with a rimfire that feels purpose-built for real shooters, not just kids plinking soda cans. The Revel 22 LR Takedown rifle is all about practicality, and the engineering shows it. The big talking point is the threaded barrel, something Savage held back the announcement for until they were sure it would play nicely with suppressors. But here's the clever part. You can still pull the magazine tube while the can is mounted. That sounds small, but for a takedown rifle meant for trail use or backpack carry, it's the kind of detail that makes the platform way easier to live with. The action is shaping up to be classic Savage. Smooth cycling, predictable, and tuned for accuracy. Once broken down, the rifle pack's small enough to stash almost anywhere. For small game hunters, hikers, or anyone wanting a dependable rimfire that doesn't cut corners, the Revel is looking like one of the smarter 22 releases this year. It's simple, rugged, and built with real-world use in mind. Number 14. Shadow Systems DR920P Elite. Shadow Systems is stepping into the spotlight again with the DR920P Elite. And this updated ported design shows exactly why the company keeps earning respect from serious shooters. This isn't a dressed-up Glock clone. It's a purpose-built duty and performance pistol with engineering choices that actually matter on the range. The compensated barrel and ported slide work together to flatten out muzzle rise without adding the bulk or snag points of a screw-on comp. That means faster follow-up shots and better control when you're running drills at full pace. The ergonomics are pure shadow systems, adjustable back straps that actually change your grip angle, forward-biased weight distribution, and slide serrations deep enough to grab even with sweaty hands or gloves. It ships optics ready with a mounting system that doesn't rely on fragile plates, giving you a rock-solid footprint for multiple red dots. For shooters wanting a dependable, high-performance pistol that bridges tactical and competition roles, the DR920P Elite feels like a standout heading into SHOT Show 2026. Number 13, H&R Retro M16 Clones plus 357 lever guns. Harrington & Richardson is leaning all the way into nostalgia this year, and honestly, it's paying off. Their retro M16 clones are grabbing attention from collectors and longtime AR shooters who've been begging for a factory-correct build that doesn't require hunting down surplus parts or paying insane auction prices. These rifles bring back that classic Vietnam-era profile, right down to the furniture and carry handle aesthetic, but with modern machining that tightens everything up where it counts. And H&R didn't stop there. They're also rolling out a line of 357 Magnum lever actions patterned after the old Winchester style, but with modern touches that make them more practical for today's shooters. Fiber optic sights, threaded muzzles for suppressors, and the kind of smooth cycling you usually only get after a gunsmith tunes it. It's a smart blend of past and present. Whether you're a collector, a cowboy action fan, or just someone who appreciates rifles with soul, H&R's lineup proves the retro wave isn't slowing down. It's getting sharper. Number 12. Mossberg 590 Professional Series. Mossberg is taking a proven workhorse and giving it the kind of upgrades that real defensive shooters have been asking for. The 590 Professional Series isn't about flashy gimmicks. It's about tightening the platform for high-volume, high-duty use. The biggest change is the optics-ready receiver. No more sketchy aftermarket rails or drilling into your gun. This comes from the factory ready for a red dot, which is becoming the new standard for defensive shotguns. They've reinforced the internals to handle extended training cycles, tossed on upgraded ghost ring sights, and applied corrosion-resistant coatings built for nasty weather or long-term storage. Everything here leans toward durability and reliability, not hype. The pump stroke feels more controlled, and the overall balance stays true to the classic 590 feel that law enforcement and home defenders have trusted for decades. If you want a shotgun that works straight out of the box without needing a list of aftermarket parts, the Professional Series is shaping up to be one of the most practical releases heading into SHOT Show 2026. Number 11. Stoeger Combat SX 9mm. Stoeger is known for budget-friendly shotguns, not pistols, so when they dropped the Combat SX announcement, the entire industry did a double take. This isn't some bare-bones striker pistol thrown together to test the market. The SX comes in swinging with features you usually see on guns twice its price. A 4.13-inch threaded barrel, ambidextrous controls, an optics-ready slide, and compatibility with P320 magazines. That alone puts it in a completely different lane from the typical budget crowd. What's impressive is how refined the overall package looks. The ergonomics are cleaner than expected, the machining lines are sharp, and early test shooters are calling the recoil impulse surprisingly well managed. Add a sub-$700 price tag. And Stoeger just positioned this thing as a disruptor in the entry-level defensive pistol world. Nobody predicted Stoeger would fire a shot at the polymer frame market, but the Combat SX proves they're ready to compete. This might be the sleeper hit of SHOT Show 2026. Number 10. Springfield Integrally Compensated. Pistol Springfield is taking a bold swing at the performance pistol world with this new integrally compensated design, and it's one of the more intriguing concepts headed into SHOT Show. Instead of bolting a comp to the end of the barrel, Springfield is machining the compensation system directly into the slide itself. That means less reciprocating mass, tighter control over gas flow, and none of the issues shooters deal with when a screw-on comp starts backing out after a long training day. The result should be a pistol that shoots flatter without feeling front-heavy or awkward. For competitive shooters who run fast strings, or anyone who appreciates a smoother recoil profile, this could be a major upgrade. Springfield is keeping the final details quiet. But early prototypes suggest a crisp trigger, refined slide geometry, and a footprint that plays nicely with modern red dots. If they price it smartly, this integrally compensated model could carve out a spot between duty pistols and full race guns. It's a fresh direction, and one that definitely has people paying attention. Number 9. H&R T48 FAL Clone. Harrington and Richardson is surprising everyone with a project nobody expected them to resurrect, the T48 FAL. Partnering with DSA, they're bringing back a civilian legal version of one of the most iconic battle rifles ever fielded. The FAL has earned its reputation across more than 90 countries, earning the nickname the right arm of the free world. Seeing it return with modern manufacturing is a big deal for anyone who appreciates historic military rifles. H&R's approach here is respectful, but not lazy. They're staying true to the original silhouette while tightening tolerances and giving shooters a rifle that feels vintage without the headaches of decades-old surplus parts. The cycling is smoother, the finish is cleaner, and the overall build has that mix of heritage and precision that collectors crave. For enthusiasts who've always wanted an FAL but didn't want the gamble of worn-out kits, this T48 clone could be the answer. Expect this to draw a crowd on the SHOT Show floor. Nostalgia and firepower tend to do that. Number 8. Smith & Wesson M&P9 M2.0 Metal FDE OR. Smith & Wesson is doubling down on the success of their metal frame line with the new M&P9 M2.0 Metal FDE OR, and this update feels like the pistol many shooters were hoping would eventually show up. The aluminum frame gives the gun a planted, confident feel under recoil, and paired with the M&P's already solid ergonomics, it makes the platform noticeably quicker to drive between targets. The FDE finish isn't just for looks. It's durable, corrosion-resistant, and gives the gun that duty-ready vibe without going overboard. Being optics-ready from the factory means you can drop a red dot on without dealing with aftermarket plates that never quite fit right. The trigger has the cleaner break typical of recent M&P updates, and the slide geometry has just enough bite for confident manipulations in gloves or wet conditions. For shooters who love the polymer M&P but want something with more rigidity and recoil control, this metal version checks every box. It's built for work, built for durability, and built to run hard. Number 7. Korean K2 Civilian Rifle. The civilian K2 import is one of the biggest surprises hitting the market this cycle, and it's already generating buzz among shooters who want something different from the endless stream of AR clones. For decades, the K2 has been South Korea's workhorse service rifle, battle-tested, reliable, and known for blending the best traits of the AR and AK platforms. Until now, getting one in the US basically meant dreaming about it. That changes with this semi-auto civilian version finally making its way stateside. What makes the K2 stand out is its hybrid operating system. You get AR-like ergonomics and accuracy potential paired with the long-stroke piston durability that AK fans swear by. The rifle's folding stock, rugged sights, and stout construction give it a distinctly military feel without being clunky or outdated. Collectors are excited because it's exotic. Shooters are excited because it's practical. And the industry is paying attention because this opens the door for more international service rifles to get proper civilian versions in the US market. Expect this one to draw serious traffic at SHOT Show. Number 6. HK P7 M13 Pro Slim. H&K fans have been waiting decades for this, and the P7 M13 Pro Slim is easily one of the most nostalgia-charged releases headed into SHOT Show. The original P7 series earned a cult following for its squeeze-cocker design, gas-delayed blowback system, and incredible accuracy in a compact package. But originals are expensive, rare, and often too valuable for most people to actually shoot. This Pro Slim update fixes that, while keeping the spirit of the P7 alive. The big story is compatibility. H&K designed this new version to maintain 100% parts compatibility with the classic M13, meaning existing owners finally get support, and new shooters can experience the platform without hunting down vintage pieces. The aluminum frame shaves weight. The accessory rail brings it into the modern era, and the slightly slimmer profile makes everyday carry a real possibility. At an expected $3,000 price tag, it's not meant for everyone. But for collectors and die-hard P7 fans, this is a white whale finally returning to the surface. Number 5. Beretta 11301 Mod 2. Tactical, Beretta didn't reinvent the wheel with the 1301 Mod 2. They just sharpened every edge that mattered. The original 1301 already had a reputation for being one of the fastest cycling semi-auto shotguns you could run, but it wasn't perfect. The Mod 2 is Beretta showing they listened. The folding stock hinge that had a habit of collapsing under pressure? Reinforced? The forend that used to heat up like a branding iron after a few mags? Redesigned with better heat shielding so it warms, but never burns. The controls feel more deliberate. The recoil impulse is slightly smoother, and the gun stays predictable even when you push it hard in drills. You also get improved sights and coatings that help the shotgun hold up to nasty weather or long days of training. For home defense users, law enforcement, or anyone who relies on a semi-auto shotgun that simply has to run, the Mod 2 is shaping up as an evolution that fixes real problems without messing with what made the platform great in the first place. Number 4. FN True Velocity 338 Norma Magnum LMG. FN and True Velocity are teaming up on something that feels almost unreal on paper. A lightweight medium machine gun chambered in 338 Norma Magnum. And the claim they're making is bold. 50 caliber reach and energy in a package closer to a 7.62 gun. If that holds up, this could be one of the most significant shifts in small arms capability we've seen in years. The polymer-cased True Velocity ammo plays a huge role here, cutting weight while keeping consistency extremely tight. Pair that with FN's track record for building battle-proven machine guns, and you've got a platform meant for units that need serious long-range firepower without hauling a 40-pound setup. The ergonomics look refined. The recoil system reportedly tames the thump better than expected, and the overall handling seems far more manageable than traditional medium machine guns. For military contractors, long-range shooters, and anyone watching the evolution of support weapons, this LMG isn't just interesting, it's potentially game-changing. Expect massive attention the moment this hits the SHOT Show floor. Number 3. Loggo Alien Remis. Loggo is back with something that looks like it stepped straight off a movie set. The Alien Remis. Even in a world full of flashy, high-end handguns, this one stands apart immediately. Only 500 units will be made, each carrying a price tag north of $6,000, and Loggo isn't shy about leaning into that exotic status. The Remis keeps the Alien's famously low-bore axis and fixed barrel system, but adds a push-stock optical rail that lets you rack the gun by pressing directly on your red dot. It's a wild party trick, but also a reminder of how unconventional the entire platform is. The modular grip frame, crisp trigger, and brutally stable recoil system all return, but the styling pushes even deeper into sci-fi territory. This isn't designed for duty use or concealed carry. It's a collector's piece, a competition toy, and a statement from Loggo that innovation doesn't have to be subtle. Love it or not, the Remis is going to be one of the most talked-about pistols at SHOT Show 2026. Number 2. Bull Armory TAC Comp. Bull Armory's TAC Comp is one of those pistols that instantly tells you what it's built for the moment you pick it up. Speed, precision, and absolute control. This 9mm double-stack race gun brings a ported hybrid barrel, aggressive slide cuts, and a competition-tuned trigger that breaks at just over 3 pounds. It's engineered for shooters who live on the timer, not the bench. You can feel the slide tracking flatter than a standard setup. And the porting does a great job of keeping the muzzle exactly where you want it between shots. The optics system is another highlight. Bull's multi-footprint mounting plate accepts a wide range of red dots without forcing you into one brand. Everything feels tight, deliberate, and competition-ready straight out of the box. No tuning, no upgrades. You can take it straight into a USPSA match and feel right at home. With race guns gaining steam across the industry, the TAC Comp stands out by offering high-end performance without wandering into boutique, wallet-destroying territory. Number 1. Marlin 1895 Dark Series. Closing out the list is a rifle that blends classic American character with the kind of modern upgrades shooters actually use. The Marlin 1895 Dark Series. This isn't a flashy sci-fi gun or a limited edition collector's piece. It's a working rifle built on a proven big-bore platform, now dressed in tactical black and tuned for the needs of today's shooters. The Dark Series takes the familiar 4570 government lever action and gives it a practical overhaul. Threaded barrel for suppressors, M-lock handguard for mounting lights, and a finish built to shrug off rough weather or hard use. The oversized lever loop and improved sights make the gun fast to handle, even with gloves, and the balance stays surprisingly nimble for something with this much thump behind it. It's a rifle that respects its roots while embracing the gear and shooting styles of the modern era. Not overhyped, not overbuilt, just a smart, capable lever gun that earns its place without stealing the spotlight. That wraps it up, folks. 17 new releases, each one showing just how wild SHOT Show 2026 is shaping up to be. Whether you're into retro rifles, futuristic pistols, or the workhorses that keep the industry grounded, there's something here for everyone. Make sure you like, subscribe, and drop a comment down below. Stay sharp.